The sun had barely begun to rise when Tommy awoke, his small body shivering under the threadbare blanket that offered little warmth against the morning chill. As he groggily pushed himself up from the cramped corner, he called his bed. Tommy knew better than to dawdle. Time was of the essence, and his entire life revolved around the ceaseless ticking of the clock. Tommy was just 10 years old, a factory worker on what seemed to be an eternal shift at a nearby textile mill, a monstrous building that loomed ominously over the town. His hands, small and not yet fully grown, were already calloused from the repetitive tasks they performed day in and day out. Today, as with every day, he trudged through the dimly illuminated streets toward the factory along with other children, some of them as young as 6 years old. Upon arrival, Tommy and the others were welcomed by the sight of the supervisor, a stern figure who managed to instill fear in them for just moments. The noise inside the factory was overwhelming, a cacophony of clattering machines that rubbed raw the nerves of all who entered. Tommy's job was to operate a spinning mule, a contraption that transformed raw cotton into thread. The task demanded his constant attention and nimble fingers, lest tangles arose and resulted in reprimand, or worse, punishment. Hour after hour, the monotony continued, only interrupted by a sparse lunch break, where Tommy savored the little his wages could afford. Bread, and sometimes cheese, were his sustenance, consumed in haste before returning to the relentless demands of the machines. The fluorescent haze of the gas lamps overhead cast eerie shadows, concealing the faces of his fellow laborers who toiled alongside him like shades of the same grim reality. As the hours dragged on, his thoughts wandered to the games he once played, the laughter he once knew. But those days were memories now, distant echoes overshadowed by the clatter and hum of industry. His spirit, once bright with youthful curiosity, was now dim, dulled by the weight of labor. When the day was finally done, his legs were heavy, his eyes weighed down by fatigue as he stumbled back through the streets to a small and cold corner of the world. Once again, the blanket beckoned, bringing him warmth that machines never could. But even in sleep, his dreams offered no escape, painting vivid scenes of the day's drudgery, preparing him for another grueling cycle.